Hi there! Let's just run through a sample round to show the game in action and demonstrate some moves. Most rounds of Exploding Kittens are actually a lot simpler than the one we're about to show you. So if you're able to follow along in this next example, then it's probably safe to say you have a solid understanding of how the game works. It's early in the game, so there's a big stack of cards in the draw pile. The chances of drawing an exploding kitten are low, so Mr. Bunny opts to just draw the top card without playing any actions first. He draws a card, it's not an exploding kitten. His turn is now over. Party Bear has a lot of powerful action cards in his hand, but he's feeling pretty confident this early in the game and decides to save them for later when circumstances are more dire. So he just draws the top card as well without playing any actions. Unfortunately for him, the top card is an exploding kitten. He has a diffuse card, which he plays by placing it in the discard pile. He then reinserts the exploding kitten back into the deck in a secret spot. His turn is now over. Robo-Dude is feeling paranoid about where Party Bear stuck the exploding kitten, and he suspects it's right on top of the draw pile. He plays a See of the Future card, and sees that Party Bear did in fact put it right on top. Robo-Dude plays an attack card, which lets him end his turn without drawing a card, and it forces the next player to take 2 turns. Mrs. Tyrannosaur doesn't want to draw the top card either, so she plays a Nope card. The Nope card neutralizes Robo-Dude's attack, so it's like it was never played in the first place. This means that it's still Robo-Dude's turn. He plays a Shuffle, which shuffles the draw pile. He then draws the top card off the freshly shuffled deck, and thankfully it's not an exploding kitten. Once again, he drew a card, so his turn is now over. It's now Mrs. Tyrannosaur's turn. Mrs. Tyrannosaur has 2 hairy potato cats, which she plays as a pair. She decides to steal from Mr. Bunny. She gets a taco cat from him, which is useless on its own, but it turns out she has another taco cat in her hand, which forms another pair. So she plays those and steals from Mr. Bunny again. This time she gets a diffuse card. She's pretty happy with her thievery, so she draws a card. It's not an exploding kitten, and her turn is now over. Mr. Bunny doesn't have any useful cards left in his hand, so he just draws the top card. Unfortunately for him, it is an exploding kitten. Mr. Bunny doesn't have a diffuse card, so he blows up and is booted from the game. Because Mr. Bunny died, he does not reinsert his exploding kitten back into the deck. Instead, it gets discarded into the discard pile. You only reinsert the exploding kitten when it's diffused by a diffuse card. This process continues until everyone explodes except for one survivor. That survivor wins the game.